Roger always believed that love was built on trust. He had poured his heart and soul into his relationship with Emily, a woman he met at a bookstore in New York. She was everything he had ever dreamed of, bright, passionate, and full of life. Their love grew quickly, and Roger found himself captivated by every little thing about her. To him, she was poetry in motion. Their days were filled with laughter and whispered promises. Roger would write her love letters, carefully placing them in books for her to find. Emily would hold his hand tightly, assuring him that their love was unbreakable. But love, Roger would soon learn, was more fragile than he ever imagined. One evening, Roger waited at their favorite coffee shop, expecting Emily to walk through the door at any moment, but she never arrived. As the hours passed, his anticipation turned into unease. Deciding to take a walk, he turned the corner and saw something that made his world collapse. There she was, Emily, her hand entwined with another man's. She laughed, her eyes sparkling with the kind of happiness she once reserved for him. Roger's heart pounded in his chest, a sickening realization sinking in. Was it possible he had been living in a lie? For days he avoided confronting her, hoping against hope that there was an explanation. But when he finally gathered the courage to ask, her silence spoke louder than any words ever could. "Who is he, Emily?" His voice trembled, barely above a whisper. Emily hesitated. "Roger, I never wanted to hurt you, but I can't lie anymore. I'm in love with him." Those words struck like a knife to his heart. Roger felt the air leave his lungs. The woman he had built his world around was now telling him that he no longer had a place in hers. That night he walked through the empty streets, the city lights blurred by his tears. He tried to write, but every word felt empty, every page meaningless. Love had left him hollow. Years passed, but the scars remained. One day, Roger found himself at the same bookstore where their story had begun. He ran his fingers over the spines of books, remembering the love notes he once left for her. But this time, there were no letters, no whispered confessions, just silence. Taking a deep breath, he closed the chapter of his life that had once been defined by her. Love had broken him, but he had survived, and sometimes survival was the only victory one could hope for. As he stepped out into the cold air, Roger realized that the hardest part of love wasn't letting go of the person who left. It was letting go of the version of himself that still loved them.